Alright, day 1 of 30. Quick context. I'm building mail chats for LinkedIn. You know how on Instagram you comment a word and you get an automatic PM? Well, I want to build something like that, but for LinkedIn, for the Bolt Hackathon. And today, I've done something different. Instead of doing market research like everyone says, I've started with my actual problem. See this? Every day, I get dozens of LinkedIn comments on my post, and I spend about an hour a day replying to the comments and DMing the people with the resources that they ask for. And it takes forever. So today was all about foundation. I think I've found a way. I can't share yet any details about it. You know, you gotta keep some secrets. Fun fact though, I have already built up some LinkedIn automations before to actually create those LinkedIn posts. Just some anything workflows and no UI, nothing fancy. And my plan is to actually add those to the interface that I'm gonna be building for this whole application later on. For tomorrow, I'm gonna start with the system that detects the comments on my LinkedIn posts, and we're gonna go from there. If you're building something too, tell me about it in the comments below. Let's do this together. Day 1. Day 2. Well, technically it's day 4, but I had a late start because I was overthinking this whole architecture thing. So today I just said, you know what, let me just do the stuff that I know how to do first. Get the basics working first. So I figured out which APIs I'm going to use to connect to LinkedIn, and I tested them all in n8n, so I already have the n8n workflows up and running. Look, here's the n8n workflow. So I can already get all the posts, get their comments, I can react on the comments, reply on the comments, and then I can DM. So basically, the tools that I need are now set. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna automate this stuff. It took me about 2 hours, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to be dedicating for this project daily. I wasn't surprised because I already knew which APIs I was going to use. The real thing I'm still figuring out is how to architect this whole thing, because it's not just about making API calls work. It's about building something that can handle thousands of users with all of their automations running at the same time. Plus the AI and automation stuff that's gonna come with the app. Like when someone comments guide on your post, the system should detect the comment, it should react to it, reply to the comments, send the DM to the person who commented, and then track that the message, the DM is sent, and that it doesn't send it more than once. So there's a lot of moving pieces. But yeah, that's tomorrow's problem. Today, I just wanted to prove that the technical part works. And it does. So progress, slow progress, but still progress. If you're following along with this build, drop a comment. I'm still figuring out how to structure these vlogs too, to be honest. All right, day 2. Day 3. So today I've managed to document everything that I've done whilst I was doing it. So I'm gonna just leave you with what I've managed to do. So yesterday I was able to find all the APIs that I'm going to be using for this project. And today I've started with implementing some workflows to get all the posts that I have already so that I can use that as a base. So I'll show you the workflows. So basically here, this workflow here allows me to get all the posts. Then I split them out and then I look through all of them. I extract the CTA. This is the word that the people need to write on the comments so that I can send them the resources that I'm talking about in the post basically. Then I save the post in the database. I'm using Postgres as a database in this project. If there's an attachment, then I save them. If not, then I just continue to loop. So this is the first workflow. Right now it's just set to manually trigger. I'm still figuring out where I wanna trigger it. This is what it looks like once it's in the database. Right, you can see here that I already got all my posts. Some of them I have been able to extract the CTA, some of them not yet. I'm gonna debug that piece of code that does that and see where it went wrong. But basically, I'm using a code block here to extract the CTA automatically. So I connected the Postgres database to NocoDB just in order to have a decent UI to work with. So I'm getting the content of the post here. I'm getting the CTA word, like I said, the comment count, the reaction count, impression count. So this is gonna allow me to create basically some kind of a dashboard that I can use to also analyze my posts, what's working, what's not working, etc. Right, that's basically it. I also have the attachment DB. So here I have all the attached files. So this could be either a URL for a video or an image. So here, if I open it, yeah. So this is one of the posts that I did post, and it's a video. So I can get it here. I can see all the information. I can get all the information from the post and which post on LinkedIn it is attached to. So this is what I've done so far. I'll update you soon once I do something more. Okay, so quick updates. Earlier, I was able to save the posts into the database, and I was having trouble with the CTA. It wasn't always being detected. Now I have fixed that. And I've also added the other endpoints. So I'm saving the comments, I'm processing them, and creating the queues for reaction, for sending the DMs, and for the replying to the comments. So here's the workflow right now. Okay, so we have this first one is the post updates. So I'm getting all the posts from the database, and they loop over them, and then I process. So this is the process comments. I process them, and then I wait for a few seconds for the rate limits, and then I go back and reloop. So this process comments is this workflow right here. And so basically what I'm doing is getting the post again from the database. It's for just setting up the credentials so that I don't have to work with the hard-coded variables. Then I get the post comments. So I have a list here. So all the comments right here. Then I loop over all the comments and I process them. So this is a code snippet that I've generated with AI. But basically, I'm getting the comment ID, the text, the author ID, name, all the information about the author, and CTA. So I'm detecting if the comment has the CTA that I'm looking for. So in this case, it was the medical one right here. And if it has the CTA, then I will do some stuff with it. So I check if the comment exists in the database. If it doesn't, then I will create it in the interaction record. If it's not, then I'm just gonna determine which action to do based on the comment. So again, this is a piece of snippet code I just generated with AI, basically to get which kind of actions I need to do for the post. So in this case, if I need to react to comments and send the DM or send the connection request if the person who commented is not in my connections. Then afterwards, I check if there are action needed. I format everything, and then I update the queue table. Here's the tables right now that we have. So these are all the posts that I have created in LinkedIn. The posts that have CTA are these. You can see here all the data from LinkedIn. Then I have the interaction table. In here I have all the comments and all the reactions from LinkedIn with all the information from the people. So if there's a CTA, then I have the CTA here. And then if I have already reacted, if I already commented, etc. I have the automation queue. So this is where it shows which type of automation of reaction, I need to do. So yeah, so I have either two comments, react, so they look like this. So react comments, send DM or send connection if I need to connect with someone. And here I have the payload is what I'm going to send. And then I have the schedule. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be using the Postgres scheduling capabilities or I'm gonna do it with NSN, but either way, I'm saving this information in here. Then I have the status, I've done it or not, and I can see here the reaction. This is what I've done for today. I think I'm gonna stop right here and start again tomorrow.